Welcome to part 2 of the Karan Aujla remix. In the first one, I didn't talk at all, but I want to do a tutorial for you guys, and I'm going to break down all the elements in here. This drop is broken down into two sections. Section A and Section B. So in Section A, there's three main elements. First is a Synth A lead. We're in the key of F sharp minor, so I just stuck to notes in that scale to make a sick melody. And I used this stock sound from Serum. For the processing, I put a S1 imager for some width, a Pro C for some compression, some OTT for multiband compression, a decapitator, and I have some reverb on here which I automated. Next is the bass. So I just use the same notes from the lead synth. And this is the sub bass preset I used in Serum. For processing, I have some compression and a bit of OTT. And lastly, we have the effects. Crash, fill 1, fill 2, fill 3, a bass one shot, a disco stab, white noise riser, a transition sound, and a reverse synth. Now let's move to Section B of the drop. Section B has four main elements: the drums, fills, and effects, the synth lead, and the sub bass. So we got the kick, clap 1, clap 2, reverse clap, hi-hat, open hat 1, open hat 2, tom, crash 1, crash 2, a disco stab, synth one shot, a chord stab, another synth stab. On this synth stab, I added a tape stop effect. You can do this by hitting T and then A, clicking and dragging from the top right-clicking here, and turn this to slow down. Then hit T and A again, click in the middle, and you can drag down to affect how much you want. Some white noise. And I added a sidechain effect just by throwing some kickstart on here. For the Section B synth lead, I took a one shot from Splice and added these notes. For processing, I added kickstart, some OTT, a decapitator, and an EQ cutting some lows and boosting some highs. We want to make sure to cut the lows because we want our sub bass to take up these frequencies, so we don't want it to clash. It was sounding a little thin, so I beefed it up with another layer from Serum. On the second layer, I have some kickstart, EQ, S1 imager for some width, Pro C for some compression, some OTT, a decapitator, and some reverb. Together they sound like this. And lastly, we have our sub bass. So for the sub bass, I use the same notes and rhythm as the hook lead, but I just extended some of the notes so that they sustain a bit longer. And this is the bass sound I use for the sub bass. Pro C on there for some compression, some OTT, and then another compressor at the very end that is sidechain to the kick. So I used the same vocals from the build-up and just dropped them in the hook as well, but chopped them in and out just for more energy. And I put more effects and processing on them just to make them sound a bit different than the build-up. So I have an EQ cutting the lows, a sidechain effect, Alter Boy pitching down the formant by 2 semitones, a Pro C for some compression, a flanger on 100%, a H delay, and some reverb. Now for the rest of the drop, it just goes back and forth from Section A to Section B. The one thing I added was layering that hook A lead with the Reese bass and the dirty bass lead. So it's playing the same notes as a Section A lead, but I just extended some of the notes. As the drop progresses, I added a few more elements like this ride, with some kickstart and a tremolo effect, panning them left to right. I also added the white noise riser, this synth riser, and one more synth riser. I also have this reverse synth that goes into the Section B lead just to give it more of an impact. To create that, I literally just took this note, put reverb on it, and then reversed it. I also added these vocal chops just to give it more energy as the drop progresses. So first I put Alter Boy just to bring down the formant and make it sound deeper. And then I put the sound shifter and I'm automating this ratio knob here. So the pitch slowly rises. After that I put a decapitator, flanger, reverb, and an EQ cutting the low end. And that's pretty much it. So if you guys enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe and here's the final result.
Gaz di domani, gaz di domani.